We on. We here. Live in the place to be. The new place to be. New digs.
It's live, yeah. Update.
You know what I'm saying?
Update.
Unexpected update. Kind of had some trouble getting here, but we're here.
Yeah.
GRN VR Broadcast, baby.
Yeah,
What's going on, fellas,
back in
man?
action. Oh, man, dude. Quite a bit. I don't know, just been chilling, gaming. What about you guys?
Same, man. It's been a cool Sunday.
Same.
Been kind of active. Catching up with old friends. Went to a little talk to start the day.
Nice.
It's been good, man. Been feeling good.
Very cool.
Just watched Ready Player One for the first time, so being in VR is kind of surreal right now. Be honest.
Like in your mind, yeah.
Yeah. I kind of don't know what's real. Oh, and I'm Adam, by the way. What's up, camera? What's up, virtual YouTube world? You saying?
What's good? What's good? This is Zach.
And this is Kevin.
So you say a lot's going on.
Yeah.
What is that?
Well, I mean, I guess not a lot's going on. I've just, like, the last couple days, I've just been playing Destiny, like, all day.
Oh, okay.
So I've just been getting down hard on that. It's been fun. I just kind of, like, I got into the end game now. I'm at a point where, like, I'm just kind of rolling through all the end game content. I have a lot to do, so I've just been figuring out all the different mechanics and stuff, and it's just been really entertaining and absorbing.
Hell yeah, dude. Destiny, I have not heard that game come up in a minute, but I have ever since Bungie got it back from Activision.
Yeah,
Curious, have you noticed the difference as far as
Really clap, but I'm right now. Yeah.
They've got some cool updates planned. They are migrating off of Battle.net to Steam in early September, and the base game up to like the most recent DLC is going free to play. So the base game plus the first 2 expansions.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm gonna be up in there with you, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys check it out when it comes free on Steam, and you can play the whole campaign and a whole bunch of content to see if you even like it. And it's a fun shooter. It's just a good looter shooter. Lots of PvE content, lots of PvP content, some competitive co-op stuff. It's pretty cool. They have a game mode called Gambit. That's really fun, where you're fighting enemies, and as you kill the enemies, you get what are called motes, but they're like points that you have to go back and bank into this little bucket, basically. And when you bank a certain amount, it sends a tough enemy over to the other team's side, so they can't put any points into their bucket until they defeat that enemy. So you're trying to like gather points and dump them into the bucket fast enough, and you can also when you get so many points, like teleport into their area and like take them out and like slow them down. But the goal is after you get so many motes, you take on like a big boss, and first to get the boss dead wins between the 2 teams.
Oh, that's cool.
It's fun. It's a cool mode. I think it's pretty creative. And then they've got like a bunch of new ways to get loot with some awesome PvE stuff. This thing called the Menagerie. It's all kind of complex.
It makes you think of Rick and Morty, bro.
It's fun. Yeah.
I literally just watched the Morty's Mind Lords yesterday. The Menagerie. That's
nice.
funny.
Yeah. But yeah, it's pretty dope. I mean, it definitely had a rough start. I mean, I got it with a graphics card, early 2018, so the game was still pretty fresh. And I played through some of it, didn't get hooked, but I've gotten back into it and I'm having fun. I don't know.
Hell yeah.
Nice.
That's what's up, Destiny. Yeah, I want to check it out, man. Speaking of free to play, man, what's up with the Warframe front, man? I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Oh, yeah. No, I gotta
get
it installed again. Yeah, it's been a long time since I touched it on PC. I mean, it was when I first built my PC is when I got into it. But I remember I was playing it on mouse and keyboard and wasn't having a great time, and I just didn't like transition to controller and like get into the flow. But one of my old roommates used to play it all the time on PS4, so I watched him play a lot. It's definitely something I want to dive deeper into. And I was reading about some of the development for the spaceship combat.
Oh yeah.
It definitely sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, I was right up your alley, man. I was like, oh, yeah, this is the way to get Kevin right here.
Love me some spaceships.
You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, man. Destiny, though, I'm ready to check that out. I like the first one a lot, but I haven't played the second one at all. I don't even think I've seen the second one with my own eyes outside of like an ad or a YouTube video.
Honestly, it's one of the more... It's one of the prettiest games that I've played in a long time.
Nice.
The graphics are just gorgeous, and it runs very well. I mean, I get consistently like hundreds of frames, and sometimes just like locked at 144 when I'm just like running around and stuff. But when I'm in like deep combat, things will spike around a little bit. But it depends on the area. But overall, great game.
Hell yeah, man! I'm ready. To check that shit out. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I've also, of course, been playing a bunch of the Index. I've been trying some more games out. I did jump into some Talos Principle after our last conversation.
Nice.
I hadn't started the DLC. I pretty much played through the entire base game in VR, and I think I was just trying to get some of the gold stars before I finished it all together.
Yeah.
But with the Index, I decided let me just jump into the new DLC because I did beat the base game on PC in flat mode a couple times. So I just wanted to check this out, and the DLC's fun. It kind of just starts off, more of the same in a good way. So nothing mind-blowing, but the game is just so gorgeous, and there's so many fucking graphics options. Like, getting that game to run well is possible on any hardware, I believe.
Okay.
Really, like, there's more graphics settings than you can shake a stick at. Like, it's overwhelming. When you go in there, I definitely recommend checking it out. Like, go through when any other game, Serious Sam or Talos Principle. The amount of graphics options is insane. I mean, it's stuff I wouldn't even get into it. It's just a big list, but it's cool. But the game's great, man, and the Index support's cool. I mean, it's just finger tracking. There's not a lot of like real like physics interaction with like small hand movements, but it just adds to the immersion.
Exactly. Exactly.
You have your hands being represented. That's really, you don't have like a body in this game, so just being able to move your fingers, it's a little more, immersive.
So having three of them locked to one trigger.
Well, and even with the touch controllers, it was still just I think a hand. Well, actually, I think it maybe did do a finger pose, but only when you're at computers.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Remember, but I don't know.
That's what's like Talos Principle. Did you ever get into trying that? I remember you talked about it, wanting to play it.
I still have to. I still want to, and I am not. I have not gotten started on it yet. There was another thing that I was wanting to do that I did look into, and that was seeing whether or not I could get Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater for my PlayStation 4. And based on what I searched, I could only get it with the PlayStation Now subscription. And maybe I need to look into it, but
question. I know you guys got mad retro consoles on it. Do you guys have a PS2 or 3 over there?
We got a PlayStation 3 and maybe a PlayStation 2 that works, but I don't know if we have the wires and the setup and everything. It only when it's running any game other than like Madden 05, I need to make it read the disc like multiple times for it to work.
Because I have Snake Eater for PS2. I have my own copy still. You know what I'm saying? If you want to play that shit, bro, I mean, I got you.
I do also. I have a 360 copy. I don't know if you have a 360. I've got the 360 like remaster version with Metal Gear Solid 2 and Peace Walker.
Okay, bro, just steal all my Snake Eater thunder. I got the deluxe remastered. No, I'm just playing around.
So let's see. Well, I mean, I could get it on Nintendo 3DS, I guess, because that's the only. Honestly, that's the only one out of those three consoles that I actually still play.
Wait. I didn't know that Snake Eater is on a 3DS?
Yeah, it is.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
that's amazing. How did they put it on a 3DS? I mean, I know that thing's got, it's pretty cool, but wow.
Why didn't anybody tell me? What the?
I mean, honestly, no, that is almost reason enough for me to go buy one, just so I can experience that. I would love to.
Dude, I mean, a 2DS is pretty cheap, man. That's like only, $70, like $60 used, to be honest, like $80 new. That's a nice little piece of hardware. I love my 3DS, man. I've played hundreds of games on that thing, but all I play on it now is Animal Crossing, just to hold me over. Little fun fact for you guys.
That was great. That was great.
I'm pretty sure that's like the only one that made it onto 3DS also. Like no ports of Peace Walker or Portable Ops or the original first two games or anything.
I gotta look up footage of that.
Yeah, that's interesting, man.
I mean, I know for a fact because I played a demo of it. I downloaded the demo and I tried it out, and I liked it, but I never paid for it and got the full copy of the game. And I mean, you get an SD card and you put that in there, and you can just download it. But God, I would love for them to I just want everything on Nintendo Switch now, to be honest, and I want it to be cheap on Nintendo Switch. That's the other key component. That's why I still play on my PlayStation, is to throw me a couple free games every month. But that's what I've been playing is I went through all of Overcooked. I don't know if you guys have heard that.
I have. I have.
Yeah.
This is fun. I haven't heard I've played Overcooked. You're the first person I've heard say that. Okay.
Yeah.
How was it?
Yeah.
How'd you like it?
It was fun, but it also felt like work in a way. You know, it was pretty fun. I played. You know, I woke up one morning and was like, you know, I got the day off. I can slack off today. I'll try Overcooked, and I waited till my roommate woke up after I tried it, and I was like, yo, help me out here. We gotta play co-op, and we just played all day, and you know, we just beat it a couple days ago. And it's fun, but it also feels like work. And there's a sequel, and I'm gonna get that probably, and I'm gonna probably force my roommate to play that with me too. And you know, I think he wants a different co-op game to kind of fill the gap for now. But you know, I'm gonna try and you know, I got my PlayStation 4 controller hooked up. I'm gonna get his hooked up and see if he wants to play some co-op Cuphead. Maybe he'll be down for that. But you know, I've already beaten the game, so I'll be able to help him through it a little bit. But you know, that being said, you know, he's selective with his challenging games, which is understandable. I still regret playing getting over it.
Sorry that I'm wigging out right now.
I'm wondering if we're thinking about the same thing.
That fucking robot vacuum.
Oh, okay.
That's
with that,
going on the
okay,
floor,
I was gonna say something.
right?
That fucking Roomba.
So you guys can't see it, but there's a Roomba that's going around the floor in this virtual space. That shit, no joke, ran into the wood pile over there and changed direction. I was like, wait, this shit is way too realistic. That's crazy.
We'll be getting a camera shop at the end of the podcast or something.
Yeah. That was tripping me out.
Shout out. But I was gonna say, did you guys hear about the Cuphead TV series that's coming out? They're gonna make it
did.
Yes, that sounds cool.
That animation style is so dope.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. And Studio MGMT is also, or whatever they are, MDHR. That's it. They're helping out with the production of the show, I think, and that's going to be interesting to see them directly involved with it. You know, it's like Cuphead's blowing up. It's a good game.
Yeah.
That means there's hope for a sequel, because I didn't have hope for a sequel, because I know that game takes a long time. It might be worth their while, you know.
Yeah.
We didn't expect DLC, and we're getting DLC, so hey, shit, we're getting. I still am kind of getting over the fact that it came out on the Switch, just like out of nowhere. In despite the fact that it's absolutely a Microsoft intellectual property.
Yeah.
Like, holy cow! And then it was like, obviously, Banjo-Kazooie getting revealed to be in Smash Bros. And everything. It's just like it's nice to see Microsoft and Nintendo just kind of being like, hey. He's not bad. He's pretty cool, you know? Yeah.
I love this guy, actually.
Yeah, I like this guy. He's funny. I don't know, but he's weird, but he's funny.
Did you guys hear about that whole, speaking of Xbox and other developers, how they had that mistake announcement for Final Fantasy VII for Xbox?
Yes, I did hear about that.
That was something that slipped up, and they were like, "Oh, sorry, it's not real. We're sorry, we did that." And I was really instantly suspicious. I'm like, I'm pretty sure Sony's developing that shit in house now, so I have my doubts this could be real. But Cuphead on the Switch, you never know, you know. Yeah. But I feel bad for people who got excited, like, no way.
That would be Yeah, no, that's going to be good. God, next year is just looking awesome for releases. Let's see, what else have... I kind of took a break off Super Mario Maker 2. As far as other free games, I've been playing that Horizon Chase Turbo that's been free for this month. That's like the arcade car racing game. It's fun. It's a lot of fun, but, that's pretty much all I have to say. It's good visuals, but it could easily be running on an Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 or, even a Nintendo Wii. And yeah, it's just simple, good, fun racing game. What else was I about to bring up? Good Lord. It'll come back to me. What have you guys been hearing about, thinking about that Witcher series? Did you see anything about that?
Not since they released that initial screenshot where everyone got pissed where there wasn't two swords on Geralt's back.
Okay,
that's
right.
Yeah, I've seen there's the production shots of some like Nilfgaardian armor that I suppose was pretty bad, but somebody was saying that it's not actually like their main armor. It was like some foot soldier like background guy armor, because it was just like super not detailed and just like crumpled leather. It was just kind of weird looking. It wasn't all like articulate and I don't know. The Nilfgaardian stuff was like pretty decorative, But I don't know. Henry Cavill, the test shots I saw of him looked pretty weird. But again, test shots. I'm waiting to see like color graded actual footage like before I make any calls because like a shot of him in makeup like doesn't necessarily represent how it's gonna look.
Yeah.
On screen, like there's a lot of stuff that'll go into it. So I'm cautiously optimistic. I'm just not,
Hey, it's better than Sonic, man.
Yeah. No kidding. I mean, I'm curious to see how that redesign is going to come out for Sonic. God. And I mean, it was initially going to be November, and then it got delayed to February. Is that what happened?
Wait, the movie?
Permanently delayed.
Yeah, the Sonic movie. Yeah, they said after the whole trailer release and the reaction, they were like, okay, we're gonna update the character look, and then maybe a month or so later, they said, yeah, we're delaying the movie. We're pushing it to Valentine's Day.
Yeah, that's
perfect. Yeah, that's when everybody wants to go see Sonic.
Seriously, I would much rather have like another cartoon show of Sonic than this movie, like they did back in the day. Like, take a crack at that. Make it a series or something like that. Just seems like the way to go compared to this live action craze.
Have you guys seen the CG trailer for that Lupin the Third
no
CG animated movie? That looks really good.
Really?
That actually looks like a really decent animated 3D style that stays true to the formula and kind of keeps that charm that the show has. I mean, I haven't watched much Lupin, but I mean, I can see from that it looks. Well, kind of better than you'd expect. So, I mean, check that trailer out. I think it's called Lupin the First, actually, to be like, it's the first movie, yada yada, or whatever.
Oh.
But I legit might see that. That looks pretty good, to be honest.
Interesting.
But we'll see. Again, kind of like The Witcher, cautiously optimistic. But on the side of Netflix, I did get into season 3 of Stranger Things.
Yeah.
We finished the first 4 episodes of season 3. And, I won't say anything about details, but, so far, so good. Good stuff.
I love that show, man. I flew through all 3 of those seasons. Uh-oh. Oh, we had a little glitch. I hope it doesn't show up on the stream. Oh, it's happening again. Are you guys getting that weird glitch?
Uh-oh.
What's happening?
A little bit of audio. It might just be some networking blips.
I think that's what it was. Okay. Oh, yeah.
We're good.
But no, I flew through that show, man.
We get to like earthquakes or like tornadoes or hurricanes in VR. We just have to be like, are we flipping out?
You guys okay? You guys good?
You watched all 3 seasons now, Adam?
Yeah, I started. I watched the first episode during the first season, but then I just, for whatever reason, didn't get back into it till July 4th. And since July 4th until just the other day, I went through all 3 seasons, and it was a great adventure.
Nice.
I love that show, man.
Yeah.
The nostalgia is perfectly done.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Kept you on edge too, man.
It definitely feels like that 1980s, like. Oh yeah, it really does. And all those characters that they are all finding their own kind of clues to everything and what's happening, but it also is like about the relationship between the characters and the soundtrack and the music and the sound design. Oh my god!
Good.
And D&D being like the hub
really good
theme.
stuff, man. So
the Demogorgon.
I love that.
Yeah, I don't want to say too much because I don't know who's watching. Man, just watch it. Just watch it. Don't be like me and wait too long. Don't do that.
Yep.
But yeah, that's been great.
Yeah,
man.
Exactly. But yeah. So, you know what? There was this. I remember what I was going to talk about. There's this game that came out on PlayStation 2, GameCube, and Xbox back in the launch period of those consoles, and it's called Cell Damage, and it's like a car game where you drive around and you just use wacky items on each other to bust each other up. Your car grows arms and they grab a chainsaw and you cut other cars up, or you grab a Tommy gun with those arms and you start spraying people or whatever. It's a very cartoony nonsense, juvenile kind of game, immature sense of humor, with cell shaded graphics, and God, that game. It hasn't really aged well. I mean, visually, it hasn't aged the greatest as far as animation and such. I think a sequel would be awesome. I love that game. I've been playing a bunch of that just because it's such a quick in and out. Like, I can get 5 matches in a matter of 20 minutes. So it's like I can play a lot of it in a small amount of time, and that's why I've been kind of playing that and Horizon Chase Turbo, because they're quicker experiences, and I can just get a little bit of gaming in every day while I have all my other stuff going on. Because I've been trying to keep a little busier, but still getting some gaming in nevertheless. Yeah.
I feel you on that, bro.
Yeah.
Street Fighter 5's been my fix with that lately, man. Just getting it in. I don't know what it is about Street Fighter, man. Ever since I was a kid, just has this charm, and I finally get into other characters, and like I said, with the Steam sale, I got all the extra DLC for it and everything. And man, it's giving that game a whole new life. But like you said, it's perfect to just, man, let me go through one of these characters' story, earn some fight money real quick, and it'll be like a little 10, 15 minute few fights, and then I can move on. Feel like I did something and come back to it and go as I please. You don't have to go through checkpoints or anything like that. You just pick up, put it down. It's been cool. I feel you on that.
Exactly.
Feel you on that a lot.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I actually got done just playing Dragon Ball Fighters with a friend of mine before I got started here. He was kicking my butt, and I got the text that you guys were getting ready, so I was like, okay, time to head over, but no, it wasn't actually. It was a different friend, oddly enough. But he actually, before that, showed me, oddly enough, another game that Rashad is a huge fan of, Devil May Cry 5, which I did play for the first time today before I got into the virtual reality.
Yeah.
And then I've never played a Devil May Cry game before, and I just played one for the first time ever today, like an hour ago, and it was,
Yeah, those games are amazing. 5 looks incredible.
Yeah, 5 looked like a great game, man.
Yeah. Literally was just talking about that
engine,
too.
And it's just butter smooth. Yeah. Oh my God. Like Capcom they've been doing all right, man. I mean, I don't think they've got like the most, they're not exactly the best stories in games. Not that it needs it, but they're really good games, and they know what they're doing, and they are awesome. Resident Evil 2, was even. I'd say it was okay, story-wise. It was okay. But, I mean, I haven't played the original, so I don't know how to compare it or anything, really. But, not bad. Yeah. I really like Resident Evil 2 Remake. I really like Devil May Cry 5.
It's on my list.
I kind of want to borrow a copy from someone and just, burn through it and see how good I can get at it, because that combat and the character selection and the weapon variety and everything, and how smooth it plays and how much animation difference there is, it's like, wow, it's pretty fun.
Yeah, pretty fun. Did you guys get anything on the Steam sale?
Just that DLC.
You said you got the DLC.
Yeah, that was it.
Anything else? Okay.
Nah.
Word.
I kind of wanted to get a couple things, but it wasn't time. I'm like, I don't know. I just have a lot in my backlog, and I was like, shit.
For sure. Well, with that, so I think I was telling you guys about it last week, but because I had got the index, I had a bunch of points to use on that sale. So I cashed that in for a bunch of discounts, and I ended up getting, I got Vampire Bloodlines Masquerade, the original one.
Okay.
Because the sequel's coming out soon, and
that's right.
The original I heard is just amazing, and it's like an old, I should say old school. It came out like 2004. I guess it's kind of like a cult hit RPG wise, so seems like something to get into. And then I got Fable Anniversary, which because I've never played any of the Fable games.
Oh shit!
I feel like I would need to get that, check that box. And then I got Baldur's Gate 2 as well. I hadn't played that since I never got all the way through it. Barely scratched the surface, but I played it a bit when I was a kid.
I'm going retro over here.
And then I got the original Portal as well, because I didn't have that in my thing. Yeah.
Nice.
So I blew through all of Portal pretty quick.
You and GLaDOS.
That's 99 cents as well. I was like, not gonna knock it.
Yeah.
And then I also got Accounting Plus and something else.
Something else.
That was about it. I don't know. So I got those. I've installed a couple of them. I haven't played through them. It might have been the OVR. I think of the OVR toolkit. It's something for Steam VR, kind of like Dash software, but
dope. That's cool.
Okay.
Dash and Steam. That's ill, man.
Very cool.
Hell yeah. Man, I feel like I'm getting close to caving. I might take you up on your offer for that Red Dead lending if you're still down, because I played some GTA the other day, and it was just so good. And I wanted to be in the Wild West playing.
Yeah. Oh, it's... All right. So, hold on. I'm sorry. Remind me and our audience of this deal.
Was this...
Red Dead 2 for, what now?
Oh, you just said I could play it, It was...
For what game, though, Like, what...
Oh,
yeah, well, I mean, you can.
I mean, whatever game... you son of a bitch.
Was there a deal?
There was conditions.
What do you got from me?
Oh man, this is like a rehashing. So we're talking about Devil May Cry. Like literally right before this cast, we're just talking about friend Chanel about that game, RE2 and RE goddamn 7. You motherfucker. I have to play this shit in VR. And I was literally just talking about how I've been a little punk about playing this shit in VR. And now I have. This is the second time it's come up in the last like 2 hours. This has to happen. Okay, Zach. This week.
Okay, so here's the deal. Here's the deal. You get through Resident Evil 7.
If I show up to work shaking, bro, it's your fault, man. I'm sure. Like,
and I'll also lend you Sekiro.
Oh.
Hell yeah.
You tried to clap earlier. I'm trying to rub my hands together now.
Play through Sekiro and try and platinum the game by the time you're done with.
Okay.
Yeah.
That is incentive.
Oh man, all right. Honestly, yeah.
I gotta do this. All right. I'm excited.
You want Red Dead? You gotta earn it.
I'm gonna be a different man by the time I get to Red Dead. It's cool, man. It's cool. I'm ready. What? Oh, fuck. I really thought it was just gonna be a straight up. Oh yeah, man. Go ahead. You play it. Go ahead.
I mean.
Acceptable.
Oh no, sir. You gotta make it. You gotta make it to the Wild West.
Oh, I'm trying, bro. I gotta join the gang.
It is the best.
Gotta join the gang. That is getting me every time. I feel like it's going over my feet.
Yeah.
But yeah. We'll make that exchange happen.
I'm excited for you for Resident Evil and for Red Dead and for Sekiro.
I'll stream my Resident Evil experience too, man.
You got a lot of fun times ahead of you. Shit, man, I'll throw in Super Mario Maker 2 just to...
Jesus criminy.
Hey,
all right, I'll do it. I'll do it.
Good.
I'm going to stream the whole thing. What's up?
Really, he's got to stream it and record it, yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's also...
I'll put myself out there.
You got to stream it and record it, or both, I guess.
Well, it will save it. It will save the streams, but yeah, I'll do that. All 7-8 hours of it, I will do. I'll be up for ridicule. I'm gonna act like a little chump at some points. I don't care. You'll probably hear me jump and scream. I don't care. If I don't, then I'm a savage. But I doubt that'll happen. I'm so nervous. I'll do the prequel stuff too, because there was the free prequel stuff that came out for the VR. So I'll even throw that shit in there. Okay. Might as well say I'm gonna start tomorrow.
Nice.
Oh man.
Nice.
Give myself a good night of sleep with no nightmares, and then I'll go. All right. This is gonna be a fun week. Be a fun ass week.
Man, Fire Emblem is like a week and a half away, and I just, I'm ready for it. I shouldn't, but I'm going to get it, and I am going to love it, and it is going to be great. But yeah, it's just like I dropped $60 on Mario Maker 2, and I haven't been playing it that much lately. And I mean, I own the game forever, so I'm gonna get back to it. But
that's one of those games that gets better over time as more people build stuff.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like I'm gonna keep seeing more and more cool stuff from it, especially more so this time. But I guess. You know what? I've been playing Dark Souls Remastered. My friend, who has never beaten the first Dark Souls before, has started to try and get through it again, and he's doing the remastered. So I told him, hey, I'll download it and I'll help you through some areas. And I am on New Game Plus, and he is not. So my character is a little overpowered in some aspects, and there's this guy. There's this enemy who's like, twice my size, and I've got this, it is like the best weapon in the game, in my opinion, but it's like, it looks like this long, skinny. Let's see. The Great Scythe is my favorite weapon.
Oh yeah, the Great Scythe is fucking dope.
Yeah, dude, the bleed damage and like the everything. Like I just do raw plus 15 Great Scythe, and it just it fucks shit up, man. I love it. But it wasn't Black Iron Tarkus necessarily, but it was like the early game, like big guy in heavy black armor who's guarding the first Firekeeper soul that you can get next to the elevator that leads you to Firelink Shrine. I just like. I get between my ally and the enemy, and I'm just like, okay, stand back, Jeremy, and I, raise up, and I go for him once, and I go for him twice, and he, like, stumbles back, and then just, like, instantly falls flat on his back, and it just felt like a glitch. It was just really funny. I love it. I love it. I love being good at Dark Souls 1, but I tried playing Bloodborne at my friend's place the other day, and I platinumed that game, so I would think I'm good at it, but I didn't remember what I was doing just from playing, I think, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 hours of Sekiro at this point.
Jeez.
You get different timings baked into your brain, and it's you gotta remember all the fucking animations and shit.
Yeah,
It's a lot to, get back into.
It's definitely a lot, but I am so excited for Elden Ring. I don't think Sekiro is going to get DLC based on... I mean, maybe it does, but, maybe they're just working on Elden Ring instead, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
But very excited for that game, needless to say.
Yeah, that's going to be dope.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I don't think I've been doing much else gaming-wise lately. Can't think of anything.
Yeah?
Dude, we got to get some Catan in, you guys. Catan! Kevin, I will buy you Catan in VR. I don't know how to send you gifts, but teach me, and I will send you Catan.
We'll check it out. Yeah, I definitely got to get. Yeah, we got to get into that for sure. I really want to get you guys back into Elite as well.
Oh, so down.
I gotta get a joystick.
So,
yeah. Do it.
Yeah, it's not.
So I feel like we're all making a game request. You're like Elite,
the Fleet Carriers
Warframe,
this
fucking
winter.
10.
Yeah. Yeah.
Catan. Yeah. All right. Yeah. Sounds good. We gotta get some more PC gaming in. We all have nice computers and VR headsets.
You know what we should all check out too? You guys should download PlanetSide 2.
Okay.
It's kind of fun.
Right?
It's just a big open world shooter. It's just there's always a giant wars and battles going on. It's just kind of mindless fun. It's just worth checking out. It's free to play, and I don't know.
Is it VR or regular computer?
Or just regular flat game.
PC,
They had a big update recently. I talked about it a little bit on the podcast, but they've been updated to DirectX 11, which took them long enough. The game's from 2011 or 2012, I think, though, so it's been out a while. But the game just runs really well now, and it's fun, man. I don't know. I had a good time playing it a bit. It's been a minute, but definitely worth checking out.
PlanetSide 2, yeah, I'm down to check that out.
Can't go wrong for free 50.
Free? Yes. I'm gonna need about free 50. Hell yeah. Word, well shit. I mean, I feel like this week, man, we gotta get down these 3 games.
Master was only like $250, and I mean, there's summer sales, man.
Yeah, it's a good time to get into games, play games, more free time for some people.
Sounds good.
I'm saying, but yeah, I'm interested in Catan too. I'm interested too. Let's make that happen soon.
Yeah. Totally.
Yeah.
Get the people a shot of that Roomba though.
Oh yeah. Okay. Okay.
If it's synced up on our sides, but.
Yeah. You know what I can do? You know what I can do?
We sign off.
I got this right now. Where is it? Where is it? It's coming around. Okay.
Use the room cams.
Yeah. The new shit. Where's my?
What is happening?
Go back. I got this camera. Go first person.
First person cam.
Yeah. There we go. This thing right here. Virtual Roomba. This place ain't never gonna get dirty. Look at that. Look at that. Let's see if it changes direction like it did earlier. That had me bugged out. Oh no, it's not. But yeah, you want to see the digs? It's the studio. It's where we make the magic happen. Boba Fett in the semi-flesh. Thomas Nook over here, 3D in it. It's the plaza, man. This is how we living. Yeah. This is how we living.
Yeah.
We going back and we in here. Oh, I think it's taking a selfie, but we up out of here. GRN, baby. For the city. Hip-hop for life in it. You know what I mean? We'll holler at y'all next time. Next episode. Y'all see me streaming this bullshit Resident Evil soon, too. Like tomorrow. I'll holler and scream. Hip-hop for life! Oh.
You got this.
Whoop, there you go. Tell him bye. There we go.
Well, that sounded, that looked a little, whatever. Yeah, hip-hop for life.
We out.
Yeah.
Peace.
Bye now.
Pull up, dude.
Bye-bye.
Like and subscribe.
Oh, yeah. Do that, please. Tell your friends.